Hello, everybody. In this presentation, I will discuss attitude change theory, which is one of the key theories in media studies that explains how media messages can influence and change people's attitudes. Attitudes shape how individuals think, feel, and behave toward social, political, and cultural issues. Understanding this theory helps us analyze the power of media in shaping public opinion and audio behavior. An attitude is a psychological tendency to evaluate a person, object, or idea in a positive or negative way. Attitudes are not simple opinions, they consist of three components. The cognitive component includes beliefs and knowledge, the affective component involves emotions and feelings, and the behavioral components refers to how a person is likely to act. Because attitudes are deeply rooted, changing them requires careful and strategic communication. Now, the definition of attitude change theory. Attitude change theory focuses on how and why people change their attitudes after being exposed to persuasive messages. In media studies, the theory examines how media content, such as news, advertisements, and campaigns, can influence people's beliefs and opinions over time. The theory is widely applied in advertising, political communication, and public relations where persuasion is a main goal. The importance of the theory in media. This theory is important because it helps explain how media affects public opinion and social attitudes. Media campaigns are often designed to change how people think about certain issues, such as elections, public health, or social behavior. By using attitude change theory, media professionals can understand why some campaigns succeed while others fail to influence audiences. For attitude change to occur, several conditions must be met. First, the message should be clear, logical, and persuasive. Second, the audience must be open to receiving new ideas. If the message strongly contradicts existing beliefs, resistance is likely. Finally, repetition and consistency are important as repeated exposure increases familiarity and acceptance of the message. Factors affecting attitude change. Many factors influence whether an attitude will change. One of the most important factors is the credibility of the source. Audiences are more likely to trust and accept messages from reliable and respected media outlets or figures. Additionally, the way a message is presented, the language used, and the cultural and social background of the audience all play a role in shaping media influence. Several communication models help explain attitude change. Persuasion models focus on how messages influence beliefs. Cognitive response theory emphasizes the audience's internal thoughts and reactions to messages. And the elaboration likelihood model explains that people process messages either deeply through careful thinking or superficially through simple cues such as images or celebrity endorsements. Now, what is the role of media in changing attitudes? Media plays a central role in shaping attitudes by highlighting certain issues and ignoring others. Through framing, media can present events in specific ways that influence how audiences interpret them. Media also appeals to emotions, which can be more powerful than facts alone. Over time, this continuous exposure helps create new perceptions and attitudes. Some practical examples of attitude change can be seen in many media campaigns. For example, anti-smoking campaigns aim to change public attitudes towards smoking and focusing on health risks. Environmental campaigns encourage positive attitudes toward sustainability. Political campaigns use media messages to influence voters' opinions. These examples show how long-term and strategic communication can gradually change attitudes. In conclusion, attitude change theory is a fundamental theory in media studies that explains how persuasion works through media messages. It highlights the strong relationship between media communication and audience attitudes. For media students and professionals. Understanding this theory is essential for producing effective and responsible media content. Thank you.